Okay, so now go ahead and open up the game assets folder, then the prefabs. In here you will find the TPS character right here. So let's open this up, drag and drop the root right there. Then click on source, drag and drop this material onto it. Okay, select the TPS and make this as 1.1. Then to this TPS, drag and drop the TPS animator. Okay, and in the animator the parameters and everything is set up already. So what we're gonna do is to rotate it like this. Okay, let's move it back there. Click on prefab, unpack completely, name this as TPS, drag and drop it in here. Add a capsule collider, make the Y1, this to 0.4, the height will be 2, make this 0.9, height as 1.5. Okay, and then as you know that this TPS character will be shooting at us, and also we want the player to damage this character as well. Okay, so for that what we're gonna do is in the scripts folder, go inside missions, create a new C# script by the name of boss, or you can name this as TPS if you want. Then click on TPS and drag and drop the script up there. Okay, then open this up. At the top, go ahead and create these variables, which is the health, the reference to the animator, and reference to the game manager script. Actually, let's make these two private. Okay, then the damage amount, and then the shooting cooldown, then the last shoot time, the blood effect, and the shooting area. Okay, then we're gonna create a method by the name of shoot player, and in the shoot player what we're gonna do is we're gonna damage our player character. So first of all, at the top we're gonna check if enough time has passed since the last shot. Okay, after this the player will shoot again. So how will the player will shoot? So first of all we're gonna find the player. For that we're gonna create a game object by the name of player, which will be equals to game object find object with tag player. Okay, and then we're gonna say if the player is not null, then we will cast array from boss, or you can say from TPS towards the player, just as we did in our shooting controller. So create array cast hit type variable hit, then this is the direction for the array. So the direction will be from the TPS towards the player character. Okay, then let's create the array. So we're gonna say if physics dot raycast, let's add shooting area dot position. So from the shooting position towards the player, and whatever it hits we're gonna store it in the hit variable. Okay, so if we are creating array, then in here we're gonna add this whole if condition, and let me explain what we are doing in here. Okay, first of all we check if we hit the player. Okay, then right here when we hit the player we take the player locomotion script. Okay, and in this project the script name is player movement. Okay, so make sure that right here you type player movement, and then right here as well player movement. Okay, so When we hit the player, we take the player movement script from the player and then we check it if it is not null, and if it is not null then we call the player hit damage method from there, and to that method we pass the damage amount, which is 10. So 10 will be the value which will be passed to this damage amount, and according to the damage amount we will decrease the player health. Okay, then after that we show the blood effect and we set the shooting parameter to true so that the Diaz will play the shooting animation, and then after this we update the last shoot time. Simple as that. Now let's create a method so that the Diaz can also takes damage from the player. For that we will be creating this method, which will be by the name of character hit damage, in which we will be passing a value from our shooting controller to this take damage, and then the boss will take damage and the boss health will be decreased. Okay, then let's add update method, in which right here at the top we're gonna check if the boss health is less than or equals to 0. So if that is the case, it means we have killed the Diaz, so we're gonna set the mission 4 to true. Actually killing Diaz is our mission 5, but okay, right now we have added Diaz first, so we're gonna make this our 4th mission. Okay, so let me tell you how we will do this. Is at the top we will first of all check if mission 1 of the game manager is true, mission 2 and mission 3, and that's it. Okay, so if the first 3 missions are true, then game manager dot mission 4 will be true as well, and then game manager dot player money will be plus equals to 2000. After this we're gonna destroy the Diaz character, so object dot destroy. Right here type game object and we're gonna destroy it after 4 seconds. We're gonna play the animations as well, so animator dot set bool. Let's set the type to true, and then game object dot get component. Let's get the capsule collider and disable that. That is it. Okay, now let's add a start method in which we will set the reference for the game manager script and the animator. So game manager will be equals to find object of type game manager, then the same for the, actually we're gonna say animator equals to get component animator, and that's it. Okay, save the script now and let's scroll down, make this dot enabled. Then if we get back right here, as you can see it shows error on line 60. So for that let me open up the player movement script, and as you know in the player movement script our method name is character hit damage, and right here we type player hit damage. Okay, so make sure right here you type character hit damage. Okay, that is it. Now if we click on Diaz, we need to provide the shooting area, so create empty game object in there, name it as shooting area, click on Diaz, drag and drop that. Then for the blood effect, drag and drop that as well. Alright, so this should work now. If we start the game now, let's pick up the rifle, shoot the characters, and as you can see, we can't damage any of the character, and this is because in our shooting controller we didn't add a reference to them. Okay, so let's first of all add it to the guards and then to Deas. Okay, so right here type guard, right here as well, guard, and then guard, copy that, paste it right here. Okay, on the guard we have the method which is character hit damage. So character hit damage, we will show the blood effect. Okay, let's do the same for Diaz as well. Okay, if we click on Diaz, it has the character hit damage as well. Okay, then right here we're gonna say, and if the guard script is null, and if the Diaz script is null. Alright, when you do this, get back right here, pick up any rifle. Let me click on game manager. So as you can see, our first three missions are true. Now let's start killing the guards. Okay, so our money is increased. Let me reload. Now let's shoot again. So we kill that one as well. Let's kill this guard as well and the other one. Okay, when you kill them, as you can see, our money is increased to 350. Now if we go in here, okay, the Diaz is not shooting us. If we click on it, click on debug, okay, so the script is added but the Diaz still doesn't shoot us. We have the player tag, we are on the player layer. Okay, so let's first of all kill Diaz and see if our mission pass or not. Okay, so let's shoot Diaz. Okay, so when the Diaz is killed, our dollar increased and our mission 4 is passed. Okay, but as you know that the Diaz is not shooting us and it also doesn't play the animations. Click on Diaz. The animator is added. We have the died and shooting parameters. Okay, so died and shooting in the update method. As you know that we didn't call this shoot player method. So make sure that you call the shoot player method right after the if condition. Okay. And now when we get in here, as you can see, the Diaz is shooting us and our health is decreasing. But if we kill Diaz, as you can see, Diaz also killed our player and we killed Diaz as well. So as you can see, Diaz plays the died animation and our health becomes 0 as well, but we got the money, and if we check the mission, our mission is passed as well. Okay, so it means it is working now. And don't worry guys, when our player died we will be restarting the mission, but for now, as you know that we don't have any save system, so that's why we are unable to restart the game. Okay, but when we add the save system after that, when the player die, we will restart the game. Okay, so now Our mission 4 is working. Now let's add mission 5, which is killing Lance. So for Lance, if we open up the Lance folder right here, okay, let's add this route, rotate it to this side. Also select Diaz and rotate it a little bit like this. Okay, make this 1.2 the XYZ value of the scale and drag and drop it in mission 4 and 5. Unpack the prefab completely and name this as Lance now. Then in the source, drag and drop the material and also click on Lance and drag and drop the animator. Then if we check the animator, as you can see, we have the shooting right here and the died. Okay, so we need to create a script for Lance now as well. Let me click on Lance and then click on scripts folder, then missions folder. Right here, create a new folder by the name of Lance. Okay, click on Lance again and drag and drop the script. Then also make sure to add capsule collider, make the y1, the height will be 2 and this will be 0.4. Okay, then open up the Lance script, click on Diaz, copy all of these things from here, paste it right here. Then right here we're gonna remove this so we can actually comment this out, because if you check the animator of the lens, as you can see, the shooting animation of the lens is already playing. Okay, so it will be playing the shooting animation automatically, but it will uh, play the die animation when the lens dies. Okay, now click on lens again for the blood effect, drag and drop the blood effect, and then for the shooting area inside lens, create a shooting area game object and make sure to move it up right there and then move it forward like this. Okay, and select both the Diaz and lens and make their damage amount as 2. Okay, and make sure to add the shooting area in there. Now let's click on animator, click on gunplay and make sure to change this to loop time, and the die will be just as it is. Okay, then we need to damage the lens as well now. So on the shooting controller script, let's copy Diaz, paste it down below, change this to lens. Okay, and then in this if condition at the end, type AND if lens is not null. Okay, and then click on lens and right here at the top, now we need to change the if condition for this as well. So this time we're gonna say if the mission 1 is true, mission 2, 3 and 4 is true, then make mission 5 true. Okay, and from here we're gonna cut this because we don't want this in the update method, because the update method is called every second and it keep increasing the player money until the character die. Okay, we're gonna increase the player money just once. Okay, so for that, right here, create a method increase money in which we can increase the money. So we're gonna say if the boss health become less than or equals to 0, then increase the money. Okay, then copy this and paste it in the update method. That is it. Then let's do the same for Diaz. Oops. Okay, so paste the method. Then right here, call that method increase money and remove this line from there. That is it. After this, let's add weapons in their hands. So open up Diaz, then hips, spine 1, spine 2, right shoulder, right arm, right forearm, right hand. And in here, you will find this. So in here, let's add the weapon. The weapon is inside the TPC, then AKM source, drag and drop AKM right there, reset it, then click on lens, open it up. Okay, in here, drag and drop the weapon and click on reset. Okay, and let's set it up in the player hands. So I'm gonna rotate it like this, then move it right here. Okay, so you can set it up like this, then rotate the player like this. And for Diaz, it's your task to set this rifle in the Diaz hands, okay, properly. Now, when the weapons are added, we can test the game now. Okay, so when we get in here, there is Diaz. Okay, you can set that rifle as I told you. So if we kill Diaz, as you can see, mission 4 is passed. Now if we kill Lance, mission 5 is passed as well. If you click on game manager, as you can see, all of the missions are passed. Okay, so now go ahead and set this rifles in the Diaz hand, and when you set it up, all of the missions will be completed. Okay, and in the next video we will be actually in the next session we will be adding the save system. Okay, so see you guys in the next one.